Hello, my name is Brooke Barnett, and I'm recording my policy speech. How does corporal punishment affect a child long term? In extreme applications. Corporal punishment is not a healthy way to instruct children. Corporal punishment should be illegal. What is corporal punishment? Corporal punishment is the infliction of pain onto another person as a punishment. Corporal punishment can have long-term effects on children. Corporal punishment triggers harmful psychological and physiological responses. Children not only experience pain, sadness, fear, anger, and shame, and guilt, but feel threatened, and also leads to psychological stress and the activation of neural pathways to support dealing with danger. Children who have been physically punished tend to exhibit high hormonal reactivity to stress, overloaded biological systems, including nervous, cardiovascular, and nutritional systems, and changes in the brain structure and function. According to the World Health Organization, Corporal Punishment and Health, 21st November 2021. Children may become anxious adults and have trouble with their mental health. Physical abuse can involve hitting, kicking, biting, burning, choking, and throwing objects or using weapons. Physical abuse can have serious consequences for physical and psychological well-being of a child. Physical abuse can be defined as the intentional active force of violence that causes physical harm, injury, pain, or impairment to another person or animal. Now that I have discussed the psychological issues caused by corporal punishment, let me move on to my second point, which causes the harms of these punishments. Some parents believe this form of punishment benefits their children in the long run and that it can teach them a lesson. According to psychologybeliefs.org, from a parental cognitive perspective, many parents use physical punishment because they think it works. Parents observe the child's reaction in the short term when the child stops the action due to fear from the punishment. They think that this stops behavior, so they conclude it to an effective teaching tool. Parents also believe that this punishment promotes effective child socialization. This punishment can stop a child's action in the meantime, but as time goes on, the child learns that violence is a way to deal with their problems. And this causes children to become violent people and maybe bullies, and take out their anger and frustrations on other people. Now that I have discussed these harms, let me move on to my next point, which is the policy that should be put in place to protect children. Corporal punishment should be against the law. This kind of punishment is not normal and can lead to significant issues for children overall and their overall health. If this abuse goes on for children, it could cause bigger issues and have them have a mental illness later on in their life. From my personal testimony, I was abused as a child, and I see a pattern of like how I was yelled at. When I hear other yelling, I feel anxious, or when I hear certain like footsteps or cues that someone might be about to physically abuse me, I feel scared, and I feel like it's really made my anxiety really bad growing up and just now as an adult. So I feel like if we had ways to stop this child abuse, it would help everyone in the long run, and it would stop abuse, and then it would stop the children that were abused from abusing their children as well. Although my anxious habits are displayed with my past, I get very anxious when I hear doors slamming, yelling, and stomping. I see these as warning signs, because in the past, when these actions were displayed, is when I would be punished. Making corporal punishment illegal would stop the harm of children and their mental health in the long run, and parents shouldn't be able to use violence to teach children. Violence just teaches more violence, and after violence and violence, there's crimes, and I feel like this just starts, it's like a gateway for children for when they start taking their pain on someone else, because that's what they've seen their parents do. So if you did something wrong, they want to like hurt you, they want to punish you in like a violent manner, and that's not normal, and you shouldn't do that. So in conclusion, children should not be taught with corporal punishment, and they should be able to go with their childhood abuse-free without having to worry about if they're going to get beaten or hurt, and they won't have the anxiousness of them being hurt. Corporal punishment is not a healthy way to instruct children, and corporal punishment has long-term effects on children, and it could cause extreme anxiety and other mental disorders. Parents can cause mental health issues for their children through this type of punishment. Corporal punishment should be illegal due to its long-term effects on children. Making corporal punishment illegal would stop the abuse of many children. Corporal punishment does not teach children. My references are Why Do Parents Physically Abuse Their Children by Useful Analogies, Cemetery Rocks, Psychology, Belief, Society, and the Corporal Punishment Health. Thank you.